I was like, oh, this would be so cool for the sphere to be in the background, like a live stream of the sphere. But the light is reflecting. I didn't think about reflections. The sphere. The final frontier, aka Las Vegas.
It's spherical! Spherical!
I think of that line every time someone utters the word sphere, which is like not that often. Introduced to Las Vegas in 2023 and built for the wee little change of $2.3 billion. Ooh, it's doing something. The sphere, that's gonna be distracting me. The sphere is basically a venue for concerts, movies, and immersive experiences. The outside is entirely a screen, and basically the inside, I think it's like 4 football fields long. There was something that said like how many square feet it was, and I was like, I don't know anything about square feet. One time someone asked me, how many square feet is your apartment? Was I supposed to know that? Like, oh no, just give me like a ballpark, like how much you think. I would, and I always do, compare it to a planetarium on steroids. I would go to my little local planetarium that held maybe 100 people and be amazed at what I was seeing and being like, whoa, this is it. The night sky, but inside this little dome thing. But the sphere, just to give you an idea of how big this place is, let me show you this picture from a concert that was held at the sphere. If you're seeing it and you're like, oh cool, just some interesting graphics, that's awesome. There's a person down there performing. Hello, hello, hello. We'll get more into like the concerts of it all, but it's such like a different experience than just a regular concert. And the capacity is up to 20,000 people. So that's not your mom's planetarium. Does your mom own a planetarium? We haven't made it to flying cars yet, but I feel like this is something that people from the past would be like, whoa, this is the future. Like, they would be amazed at this. Marty McFly would have been so pumped to see this and pull up to a Backstreet Boys concert here. I think he would also just be amazed by the Backstreet Boys. I just watched Back to the Future a couple weeks ago for the first time, so I'm relating everything to that now. The outside, as you can see, is so cool. They change it all the time, and it has different graphics on it. I just don't see how it doesn't get hot on there. I wonder if you touch that, if that isn't just scorching hot, because you know how hot it is in Las Vegas. It's like 108 degrees. My favorite one though is the little emoji guy. Look, he's wearing a little football helmet here. He's just having a good old time chilling in Vegas. He's probably like, how did I get here in the middle of all of this? But the real questions are, is it really that cool? Can it stand the test of time? And how have the people been reacting to it? Let's dive a little deeper into this and find out the truth about the sphere. I've never been to Las Vegas, but when I think of Las Vegas, I think about casinos, the nightlife, hotels, entertainment. If you want to see just like a random show, go to Las Vegas. They've got Blue Man Group, who have been around for the past 12 millennia. Mystère by Cirque du Soleil. Magic shows. Michael Jackson, Cirque du Soleil. Mad Apple by Cirque du Soleil. Anything really you can think of featuring Cirque du Soleil. So this was really the perfect place to build the sphere. But, oh, it's the little face. He's drinking coffee. I kind of think it was like building the pyramid. They had to pick the perfect place to build this marvel of construction, and I think they succeeded. So first, we have the immersive experiences. Now, all of the experiences here are technically immersive, but this is like specifically made for the sphere. And the coolest looking one to me is Postcards from Earth, or Postcard, just a singular postcard, where basically you look at stuff that's on the earth. I've seen some clips from it. I would say it's kind of like Planet Earth, but IMAX version, or like Soarin' at Disney World. but without like the hanging seats. And also on their website, they say that they have 167,000 speakers. Who was counting that? Who was counting all that? This is something that I think I would enjoy doing, because a couple years ago I went to the Space Center and they have, basically it's like a planetarium, but it's kind of like a mini version of this, where the whole screen is just kind of spherical. And I enjoy that so much. It's so fun. Okay, now we're gonna get into the controversial side of things, films. And I'm scared of being controversial. That's the thing, is that I'm scared of being controversial, but I'm gonna talk about it. Beginning this month, they're gonna start showing movies. Well, one movie, The Wizard of Oz, at the Sphere. But there has been a lot of discussion about this coming to the Sphere. Some are excited about this and others are worried about keeping the integrity of the film with it being altered so much for it to fit the Sphere experience. The Wizard of Oz it's an old movie. It's from 1939 and the quality is obviously not the same as it is today. And also the aspect ratio was 4:3, I think. So that's like, it's like a square. So if you're watching this video, it would be like this much would be cut off. So people are wondering, how are they going to show this on a giant screen? Apparently AI. Oh no, the AI discussion. And when I say AI, I go, because AI in itself is like a whole thing. So here comes the infamous AI discussion. I don't know much about AI. I don't use it. I think like Google automatically does like AI stuff, but that's it. I don't have like ChatGPT or anything like that. Several AI models were used to increase resolution, extend backgrounds, and digitally recreate characters in scenes.
In the original, nobody saw him walk over.
Nobody saw him walk over.
But on a screen this wide, Dorothy's Uncle Henry needed to stay in the picture. So AI created a brand new performance out of actor Charlie Grapewine.
So you can see that Uncle Henry's walking over and rejoining the original cinematography. Those are performances that were prompted based on the context of the script and what the director has done and what their performances would be.
And a lot of it's like that. It's like a lot of like extra background. And there are no like close-ups, I guess, because it would just be so, their head would just be like, whoa, like it would be distorted. To make audiences feel more immersed as if they were part of the movie, scenes that originally cut back and forth between characters due to framing limitations now feature all the characters on screen at the same time for extended periods. And it's going to be in 16K. My mind can barely comprehend 4K. That's 12 more Ks. I like the idea of 4D movies. I like the practical, like wind. They're gonna have like wind and like stuff flying around in the room, which I think is cool. And it doesn't affect the actual movie. It's just kind of adding to the immersion. But altering the movie and how it looks is, I think, another beast in itself. Look at the ads going on here. I think one way to make movies work here is to do movies like space movies, and you can just add some stars in the outside and you're good to go. But I think it was really cool how they did like the outside and they had the Wizard of Oz like on this part of it. I also just don't think I would want to see those monkeys in 72D or however many, because those are terrifying. Like, I do not want to see a blown up version of those monkeys. I cannot think of Vegas without also thinking of the Oceans movies, like Oceans 11, 12, 13. So I think they should make an Oceans 14 where they steal the Sphere. Okay, so lastly, concerts. There have been quite a few artists that have had concerts here. What better way to introduce the world to the Sphere than a U2 residency? Yep. They were the first ones to enter the Sphere and perform for the Sphere people. I think this was the first event ever held at the Sphere, and I love it. In case you didn't know, I'm a pretty big U2 fan. Like when they put their album on our iPhones without our knowledge, I was pretty ecstatic. And I was watching one of their music videos the other day, and I was thinking this would be perfect for the Sphere. Like this music video is perfect. She moves in mysterious ways. So throughout the concert, there are graphics happening in the back. I saw some videos on TikTok from the concert and they were pretty basic, which I think is good. Like this one was just a pretty skyline with Where the Streets Have No Name guitar intro playing. And then there was this other graphic where it's like a bunch of numbers and stuff. And then from the top, it looks like it's falling on you, and I'd get all claustrophobic. There were some good ones and then some that I'm like, I don't know if I would have like been okay. I probably would have laid flat on the ground trying not to get crushed. Also these comments, I cannot with these comments. He's just standing there like standing there emoji, because the screen is just so overpowering to the performers. That's an interesting looking place you got there. I wonder what place it's at. Like TikTok comments are something else. If you're there to see the band, this probably isn't the experience for you. I think it's pretty much like looking at cool graphics with like background music live from a band that you enjoy. I saw one interview, or it was like someone talking about them talking to someone who performed at the Sphere, and they said that it was the strangest experience from an artist's perspective because no one is looking at them. They said that everyone was like looking up at the Sphere the whole time and no one was like looking at him performing. The screen is the star, not whoever is performing. So if these stars are used to getting just all the attention, then they probably wouldn't like performing here. Because I feel like if you're there, your eyes must only just be on the screen, and then you're like, oh yeah, the Backstreet Boys are here. So the Backstreet Boys are currently playing shows at the Sphere, and I have been seeing a lot of it on my social media pages. I think this is like the Millennium Tour, so it's very like from their Millennium era, like space themed kind of stuff. But this visual looks like a Bible story retelling. This is where it's been getting interesting. The girlies have been pulling up to these concerts so excited, all in white, ready to live their millennium dream. And many of them have been having this awesome time. They've been talking about their experience, how cool it was, but some have been getting motion sickness. There's lots of moving and grooving on this screen. I feel for these girls. Like, I truly feel for these girls. So if I do go, I'll be picking up some gin from my local Cracker Barrel, but I feel so bad for those girlies. There was one video of a girl that she was like on a stretcher, and you could hear them singing on the other side of the wall, like the concert happening on the other side of the wall.
I'm so sorry, honey. There you are, out and free. Oh, we would be in there screaming, but we're the medic.
I vividly remember some of those car rides that were awful. It's an awful feeling. So I can't imagine being so excited for something and like wanting to experience it and having to leave for like your health. I think the Sphere is one of those things that it's like, I would like to see it. I would like to see it. I would like to go. So in conclusion, I think the Sphere would be really fun if you know what you're going in for, if you're looking for that immersive experience and you're not looking for Brian and AJ to give you that eye contact. I think this is more like we're all here together. It's not like I gotta get front row here. It's really about the screen. I would say it's more like a VR headset and not like a deep conversation with the person. They're both cool, fun, different things, but in very different ways. And you can't forget, before we had VR headsets, we had the Sphere. Not that Sphere, the game Sphere.
It's spherical. Spherical.
Let's see if I can make my own. Planet Earth. I probably need a bigger blanket than this. Here we go.
Just 50 years ago.
Wait. Wait.
This is actually really cool. I feel immersed. I'm like feeling it. Why do I not watch movies like this all the time? This is what I'm seeing. Oh. They left us on a cliffhanger.
Oh, I'm getting that feeling. Me discovering getting closer to the screen.